Hello, this is Chris from Canon. I'm hosting a podcast here at the Catholic Creators Conference. Kind of. I've done one already, but we're doing this one with, who are you?
I'm Josiah, also known as Thursday on the internet, and so
So
that's
who
who I
is Josiah, though?
I am a very odd individual, I guess. I grew up in Indianapolis, converted with my dad at 13 to the Catholic faith. Um, Went through a lot of health problems in high school. So that was tough. That shaped me a lot. And then found Catholic friendship in college through Catholic student organization on campus. But also started to get online playing with computers and stuff, which really defined me. Did a lot of reading, a lot of political reading, political research. So that's a big part of the big piece as well. And eventually was felt the call from God to move to Steubenville. So I live in Steubenville. Steubenville's number one defender, and I also used to work for Pints with Aquinas. I'm a full-time video editor, full-time video producer. So, yeah.
And you've got your own YouTube channel now, too.
I do have my own YouTube channel where I post very occasionally.
Yeah.
And it's on just politics. And I write a lot more for it than I post for it. But you will not get those videos. I'm not giving them to you. So no one will ever see them. There are some terrible videos that are written and unpublished. So.
Well, I do know that you said, at least the one time you were posting, that uploading in 4K took like almost 8 hours or something ridiculous.
Yeah. So the rule of law video, which is really good. I'm really proud of that piece. It was in 4K. The full processing and uploading took like 8 hours, so it delayed the upload. I try to upload in 4K on my own channel whenever I can, because I do have the capacity for it. I mean, I have the capacity to edit in it. I have the capacity to shoot in it. It's just the upload times are, yeah.
I do know you have like a specific movie that you think is one of the greatest like video productions of all time, the way that it's filmed. Which one is that again?
It's the man who, A Man for All Seasons is,
okay.
Yeah, I think that's just, it's filmed really well. The color science on it is phenomenal, but that's just because it's on real physical film. If you have never seen The Man for All Seasons, you should watch it, but you should rent or buy it on Amazon Prime in 4K, because they've taken the original.
They actually redid it.
They took the original film and scanned it into 4K, so it is native 4K resolution. It won Best Picture in the 60s, so it's a phenomenal film. The other one, I don't know, maybe you're thinking about, I'm not familiar which movie you're asking about, but the other one I really love is I actually do unironically love Citizen Kane.
That's the other one.
Yeah, Citizen Kane is, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have a very close friend who really likes superhero movies, and I give him crap about that, and he gives me crap for being pretentious, because I like Citizen Kane and A Man for All Seasons, and I'll sit in a superhero movie and complain about the fact that it's obviously green screened because the depth of field is wrong and obviously artificial, and he was just like, Citizen Kane isn't even that good. And I was like, I don't think you understand. Like, you can't not love it. It's so well shot. It's so well filmed. It's very well written. It's one of my favorite. I think it's like in my top 5 all time for sure. Yeah.
Are you aware that there's an American made-for-TV version of A Man for All Seasons?
I am aware that is a thing. I have never seen it, and I really don't want to be honest, because Paul Scofield as Thomas More absolutely kills it. I don't know if people know this. It's kind of a like semi-known fact in the Catholic world, because Bishop Barron has talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
But the trial of Thomas More in A Man for All Seasons, spoiler, he dies.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, then, I mean, it's a history movie. That's the whole point of the movie. The trial, right when he's condemned, they did shoot that actually in the real location. I forget what it's called.
Really? They flew out there. And
Yeah,
all that?
no, that's like in Westminster Hall. It's Westminster.
Wow.
They shot that in Westminster. So the movie, that scene is shot in Westminster. And the dialogue, all of the dialogue Schofield delivers is original dialogue from primary source. Is original.
Wow.
Is like actually things more said in the trial from a primary source. Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of when Mark Twain was doing his Joan of Arc book, and he actually went to the French libraries to go and find all this information from primary sources. It's a really impressive work, and it sounds like if they nailed it, they must have nailed it.
Yeah, and also read the not the screenplay, but the stage play, because it's original. It's adapted from a stage play.
Right.
I'd recommend people read the stage play because there's some great scenes in the stage play that you just don't get in the full movie. So.
Yeah, the made for TV version stars Charlton Heston, which is probably the only reason people watched it. He plays Thomas More. It's kind of more of a comedic version of it.
They tried to make it comedic?
It's somewhat comedic, yeah. They've even got like the fourth wall break but it's done by, I forget which actor it is. I think he was in Willy Wonka.
Oh, Gene?
Yeah, I think
not
so.
Gene. Gene.
No, it wasn't Gene. No, it was you're thinking of, I know who you're thinking of, but no, it was one of the dads. It was the dad of Augustus Gloop, I think.
Oh, that guy.
Or one of the other child actors. It was the balding man with the suit.
Oh, Veronica.
Veronica's dad.
Veruca Salt.
Veruca Salt. Yes.
Veruca
that guy
Salt.
plays the guy that breaks the fourth wall and like talks to the screen the whole thing, and he kind of gives like these winks and like weird. It's very different than the version.
That's a terrible tone for that movie.
But the only reason I found out about that is I had posted that I was watching that version of not the made for TV, but the Man for All Seasons. Like, you're not even watching the best version. I'm like, there's other versions.
Yeah, no, the best version is the one. I mean, it won Best Picture.
Yeah.
Paul Scofield is phenomenal. Orson Welles plays the Cardinal.
Cardinal.
Cardinal Wolsey.
Yeah, Wolsey.
He nails that role. Shoot, who's the guy? Who's the King Henry VIII is like a famous actor too.
There's no way I'm gonna name that one. The other two
I do know. Come on, I gotta know that. I gotta look it up. It's gonna annoy me. It's such a.
So if you haven't seen A Man for All Seasons, though, I'm assuming highly recommended.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
And it is considered one of the best films in most like best films of all time. Robert Shaw, that makes sense.
He's
much better than the guy that played
Jaws.
He's in Jaws?
Yeah.
Which character?
He's the captain.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm 90% sure.
Oh man. That's a movie that I've only seen it twice, but that's
Robert Shaw.
Oh, it is. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. He's the captain, right?
He is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He only played in a few movies after that, so I think he died pretty young.
He died very young. He died at 51 years old. 51 years old.
So here's a question for you. I didn't plan this going in, but now that I'm thinking about it, when I interviewed Bug Hall, he said Hollywood is not a place for Catholics. Would you agree or disagree with that? Because of the sinful nature of a lot of the business.
It depends on what you mean by Hollywood. If you mean the business of telling stories through film, or not if you mean just the collective, like telling story through film, then I mean, yeah, that's fine. I think we should be doing it. If he means like the actual place and the culture of like modern filmmaking, like at high levels,
I believe that's what he means
with investors and stuff. Then yeah, I don't know how you could do it well. I mean, Kevin James maybe got the closest. And he's not in anything anymore. I mean, Shia LaBeouf converted, and he's not in anything anymore.
They pretty much all exit.
Like when somebody converts, Leah Remini like reverted out of Scientology back to Catholicism. She's not in anything anymore. You know, like I'm trying to think if there's anybody else, but no, I don't think there is. So I don't think you can do it. I mean, I just don't know if it's.
Because you just get asked to do things that you're not like really not willing to do. Like, well, what's that guy that he does a lot of stuff with Angel Studios, and he just finally did a Kiss on Stream, but it was with his wife. Starts with an N, I'm pretty sure.
Neil,
yeah, I think that's his name. Side note, he could probably play Pius X in a movie. He looks like the guy.
Neil Donnick.
Yes, that's
Neil O'Donoghue.
Donna Gill.
Donaghy.
Either way,
Neil Donaghy. He is.
he's an exception. I would say
he is Damien Dark in the Arrowverse on CW,
That is
and
who
he is also one of the SEC attorneys in Suits,
which I love him in that role.
He's very good in that role.
Yeah.
He plays the attorney who works under the really short guy at the SEC. Yep. Yes.
And he's like kind of friendly, but not friendly.
Yeah. He's like in front of me.
Yeah, pretty much.
But that guy.
Yes.
He
would be an exception because he's still working with Hollywood-ish studios.
Yeah, but he's like only getting like he's not doing like Hollywood movies. He's doing TV shows, and that can be a really different thing, especially because the thing about TV is people forget that it's a completely different process than making a movie because you're doing it like repetitively. Yeah. Which is slowly changing because now, thanks to streaming, everybody thinks TV shows should look as good as movies, and they can't deal with the fact that sometimes they just look like TV shows. I mean, like, you go back and you look at Scrubs, which was like legendary for its cinematography and like the way it looked in the 2000s and how the TV, how they shot it, and you look at like, you know, Scrubs. ER, I think, is the one that a lot of people credit with that. Yeah. House has that look, like has a
ER has great writing. Well, at least it had great writing.
Yeah,
initially.
ER has like that look that we think of as modern TV.
Yeah.
House has that look, but like it kind of should have stopped there because now we've gotten to a point too where like Disney Plus spends as much on their TV series as they do on movies.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, it doesn't work, you know, and it's not going to work. And they try to tell stories that aren't really made for TV. You know, nobody wants to serialize it, or nobody wants to do the, what's the word for telling the, like,
nobody wants to write an ending.
No, like the old TV show, there's a word for it, but old TV shows used to be like you had to end the story right at where it started so that you could pick up at any episode. You know, because that's how it used to work. But now with streaming and like Sopranos kind of starts that where like there's these big overarching storylines, you know, and now
across
you have stuff episodes. like you know, Sopranos starts it, and then, you know, True Detective takes off within 2010s, and then you get like kind of the I think the test bed for that kind of storytelling with television was like Heroes.
I don't think I ever watched that one.
I haven't seen it, but I do remember like it was a like they started like, you know, miniseries they would try miniseries, and then Lost, of course.
Yeah.
But that was like appointment viewing, you know. And
before Lost, you had like Alias.
I don't know what that is.
It's same guy, J.J. Abrams, but he did Alias, and then he did Lost, and then he did Fringe.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. And then like, and now you have like, you know, and then what was the other one that was like, but now you don't, like, nobody's doing a thing where like it starts at like there's no TV show where it's like it starts and ends in the same place. And the only TV shows that are doing that now are shows that are actually airing on TV. There's no streaming show doing it. And the shows actually airing on TV, their budget is so low that nobody wants to watch them because everybody forgets that that's how TV shows used to look.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they think that TV shows should look like the streaming shows, but the streaming shows are like over budgeted, look like movies, and losing money.
Yep.
You know, so you can make fun of how NCIS, I don't know, Canton, Ohio, it's just like they've got 70 of them now. You can make fun of how NCIS whatever looks, but like it's probably more profitable than your favorite streaming show.
That is probably true.
You know? Yeah.
Kind of like how with the AAA gaming industry, they've gone so far into the weeds with high fidelity graphics and just spending too much money to the point where the consumers are like, well, how are we going to afford these games?
And then nobody actually can run them at the
max,
at the resolution. And like, you know, you can't, like, it's like nobody can run them at the max resolution. It's just pointless, you know. And it would be better, like, you could spend more money on, like, how many times when you play a single player game that's supposed to have this phenomenal graphics, do you just turn the textures down like
So that my computer can run it?
to low and like leave
Yeah.
like you turn your textures and your ray tracing all the way down or off, and then like because I'd rather have resolution and frame rate, and then it looks
Yes.
fine. Like I can't tell the difference. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Especially on a small monitor that you're up
especially
close to.
like in most people
Or a
like
big TV even.
yeah, if you're playing it on a giant TV, you're sitting so far away that you can't really tell.
Right.
And if you're playing it on PC, you're probably like playing it on what 27 inches,
Yeah.
you know,
Or less.
or less. Yeah.
I mean, Apple did that study back when they released the iPhone 4, I want to say, where they said that you couldn't distinguish individual pixels at a certain density, and they hit it at that point in time. So, like, after iPhone 4, it's very difficult to really see the
You
difference.
can't tell individual pixels, but you can tell. Like I can
Like, you can, but...
like you can I know most normal people can't, but like in like especially
well, that's what they were basing it on, I
yeah,
assume.
yeah, they were checking normal people.
Yeah.
But like I can see a difference between 1080 and 4K. Like I can
Well,
see
yeah.
like
yeah. It's smoother, it's cleaner.
yeah, the yeah. And colors too, people claim they can't tell the difference between like 8-bit and 10-bits. Like, well, you're broken then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely true. I mean, even just the jump from... And if you look at the 90s, you just follow the progression of pixel art. Like, you can just see so many more colors from the
Yeah.
Nintendo to Super Nintendo to... And so
Yeah.
on and so forth.
Yeah.
So, like, clearly graphic fidelity has been a thing that matters. It's just not something that matters as much because what you're getting out of more fidelity is so little,
Yeah.
and you're spending so much money to do it.
Well, here's another thing, right? Speaking of streaming, right? It to like if you're gonna export, like if you're editing a 4K file, and this is gonna sound like nerd shit, but follow me here.
Okay.
This is useful for even the normal people. If you're editing a 4K file and you're exporting it, you're supposed to export it at around 80 bits a second.
Okay.
Right? That's the bit rate you need to maintain like 4K fidelity well.
While
Okay?
it's being processed.
Like, so a bit rate is how many bits is encoded in each second of video, right?
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about your processing output. We're talking about your
Like how much is in every second of
Got it.
video, how
I
much
understand.
data is in that, right? Because you can have the same resolution, but you can have 20 megabits per second, or you can have 80 megabits per
Yeah.
second, right? In 4K, you're supposed to export between 60 and 80. So you need between 60 and 80 to maintain 4K resolution
And
at the
otherwise it won't look.
10-bit color, right? So that's great, right? And when you're watching a movie in the theater, you're probably getting 10-bit color and you're getting 4K resolution, right? If you're streaming, if you're paying for a 4K streaming plan, you are being scammed because they are your maximum bit rate that you're getting on all the streaming services. The one that has the highest bit rate is 25.
Is that Twitch?
No, like I'm saying like Hulu, Netflix,
Oh,
Prime, like
okay, yeah.
like these
Oh, yeah, they
services
can't keep
that
up
have
with
like
that,
4K
yeah.
that have like a 4K tier.
Yeah.
Like the bit rate you're streaming at is 25. It's basically a quarter of what's needed to actually maintain 4K fidelity.
That's why the physical discs and stuff are better.
Right. That's why you should actually still like people. You're like, why would you use DVDs and physical media? One, because you should own things. Don't.
Yes.
Also, if you think you own something on digital, you don't. Go read the terms of service. You have
Yeah.
a license to. You have a license. You own a license to stream it until they decide that you don't, and they have arbitrary control over when you don't.
Did you ever see the Bruce Willis case about that?
No.
He went to court with, and this was a long time ago now because he's going through some stuff.
Yeah.
But he went to court with Apple because he was mad that he could not like give inheritance of his iTunes library to all of his children. He could only give it to one of them because they wouldn't allow him to give the same license multiple times. And I was like, wow, I hadn't even thought about that because people are compiling these giant digital libraries.
Yeah.
And if you just bought the CD, you can copy it 4 times
Yeah.
to all your kids. But if you buy it on iTunes, you can
harder on
only give it to
Blu-rays
one
now.
person.
Yeah. It is harder on Blu-rays now, but
I do have a
there's a
Blu-ray
Linus
burner
Tech
and reader.
Tips video on how to unlock Blu-rays. So, but you should own physical media, especially if you want to watch it in high fidelity. If you're gonna watch never pay for anything over 1080. Honestly, I understand people want high fidelity TVs, but it's like unless you're watching things in 4K, a 4K TV like QLED with like quantum dot pure blacks, it's like dude, what are you doing? You're watching that in your living room with the light above you on, and it's got a glare on the screen. Who cares if the black is pure or not? Like, I understand the video stuff. Like, I'm like into like the high, the color and everything. I understand all that. I want it to look good, but like the normal people who are like dropping 5-6 grand on a TV, like so that it's got pure blacks and in 4K, and then they're like streaming from Netflix at 25 megabits a second, so they're not even getting like, they're barely getting to 8-bit color. Like it's not like the edges are fuzzy. It's like processing in like chunks. It's like, and then they've got the ceiling light on, so it's glaring. And it's like, what are you doing? Just like go on Facebook Marketplace and buy an $80 1080. Like you are not going to be able to tell the difference. Like
Yeah.
if you think you are, then you're wrong. Like
I've had so many expensive TVs just go bad on me.
yeah,
It's not worth it.
yeah. I tell people the same things about phones. Like I have a Pro Max because I do video stuff, and I need to have a camera that I know will shoot 4K 30 on me all the time.
Yeah.
At a high fidelity, high resolution, the good battery. Like I just need all that reliably for my job. But like, if you're just a consumer, don't buy the highest end phone. Like you're not going to be able to tell the difference in any of the features. And the lower end ones, the middle tier one is always the one with the best battery life.
Yep.
Like
Just not trying to eke the edge
Apple's
of performance.
because Apple does the like they have like this year was 16 plus, 16 Pro, 16 Pro Max. The 16 Plus, like that Plus line, always has the best battery life.
Yeah, because
by
it's
a
slightly
lot.
bigger with a bigger battery.
Because it's slightly bigger with a bigger battery, but not the like crazy high and like not the crazy internals,
Yeah.
And like Samsung, the same thing. Like not the S20 whatever Ultra, but like the one right below it has the best battery life. Like
That's what I go for.
yeah, like those are the ones. Pixel does the same thing. The like Pixel 9 XL, or I think is what they call it now.
Yeah.
Like the one that's the big one right before you go to Pro is the one with the best battery life. It has everything you need it to do. Like, yeah, I just think people overspend on their technology a lot of the time. And I love the technology. Like, it's funny because I'm like a tech head and a Luddite, but I watch normal people drop thousands upon thousands of dollars on tech they're never going to use. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like,
it is like a consumerism thing, which I do think is hard as people living in America, even if you're Catholic or not, to kind of not be so into the consumerist mindset.
yeah, dude.
There's a lot of waste there.
Well, so Lewis Mumford talks about this. He says, and so Lewis Mumford, it's in Technics and Civilization. It's the essay on capitalism, closer to the end of the book, right before the one titled Basic Communism. But he says that capitalism doesn't just, like, the core error of capitalism is that it doesn't actually have a goal. It just has production, which means that it needs to produce the desire for more consumption. So, like, capitalism is not only simultaneously producing more stuff, it has to produce the desire for the stuff, whether or not there's a necessity for it, which then means that it has to, like, affect the virtue and the soul of the people under it. Because if you have to, like, manufacture the desire for more consumption, you have to manufacture, like, a greedy population.
Yeah.
Right? You have to manufacture a population who is thoroughly convinced that they need things they don't.
They lack prudence, essentially.
And they lack prudence. Like the system itself does not function as we would think of it today, right? If you're just thinking like, oh, it's just a free market, it's like, no, it's not. You're wrong. Go read literally everyone on that, including the popes.
Yeah, especially Pope Leo XIII.
Pope Leo XIII and John Paul II and Centesimus Annus. But, like, the actual system, like, it's oriented toward perpetual growth, which means you need perpetually increasing consumption desires. So, like, it must manufacture a vicious population, And if the population wasn't vicious, it wouldn't grow continuously, and it would actually, like, fail in the long run. So,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So do you ever feel like the production of something leads to the inevitability of it happening?
Yeah, yeah, of course. This is
Like the iPad drove the need for people to have iPads because everybody's like, oh man, this is a cool device.
well, so there's that, but then there's also the GPS, for example.
Oh yeah,
People
yeah.
want the GPS because they don't want to feel lost, but then they forget actually how to have a sense of direction.
And now they need it.
Now they need it. So you're renting your ability to know where you are in the physical world from Google.
Yep.
And that's Mark Barnes said that one. But like, that's what you're doing. You're renting the ability to have a sense of where you are in the world from Google. And as a result, like, you know, and this is especially pertinent with the GPS one. I love to talk about the GPS one because human beings are so truly like physical creatures of the physical world that everybody knows this. The best way to remember something is to like build a memory palace, right? It's to put it in physical space in your brain. So the more you use GPS, the more you lose track of where you're, like the more you lose track of the more you lose your ability to know where you are, and the less of that ability you have, the more you become stupider because you can't remember as much because you're not practicing that muscle. You know, like you actually become dumber.
Like you're, instead of relying on your own memory, you're going to Google and searching for something.
Yeah.
Or like asking the question, but when you know the answer and you could easily come to it, but choose not to.
Yeah, this is the quote from Plato's Phaedrus that's at the beginning of Technopoly, right? The god Thoth comes to the pharaoh Thamus and says, these are all the inventions. And he says, this is my best invention. It's writing. It's a sure receipt for memory. And Thamus says to him, what you have discovered is not a receipt for memory, but a simulacrum of it.
Oh, man.
Your students they won't learn to recall. They'll learn. Basically, he's saying, like, you don't actually, like, they're not going to learn to remember better. They just, like, have a different, like, they just have to look this stuff up now.
Yeah.
You know, and he basically says they'll be very knowledgeable but not wise. Because there's something to, like, actually remembering, like having it in your brain that teaches people,
well, it's like a muscle memory.
It teaches you how to use the knowledge, right? If it's outside your brain, it's harder to be wise with the knowledge. Because if it's in your brain, you actually have to understand it. You have to understand the parts of it. You have to connect it to other things. So, yeah.
All right. Well, our time's up now, but I appreciate you doing this with me. And thank you very much.
You're welcome.